All right. Welcome, everybody. You are in the right place if you signed up and you clicked the button for how to reverse the signs of aging using these 3 brain detox secrets. Today, I'm going to share with you a tried and true over 21 years of clinical practice, what I've used 2 to 3 times a year with myself and with my patients is a 9-day liver and brain detox. And even if you don't sign up for that, I am gonna, make that offer to you at the end because you're gonna see I'm a firm believer in it, and I'm gonna give you all kinds of information about it here. But even if you don't, you're going to get some really great information on this webinar that you can put into practice today, and it will actually change your health. So it is action-packed, it's value-packed, and we're going to have some fun. So let's get into it, shall we? So what do we got? We got how to reverse. So what we'll learn today, you're in the right place if you wanted to know why colon cleanses only solve a portion of your brain fog problem. Been wondering what experts are now calling as dangerous as smoking and how this relates to detoxification. Wanting to know the 10-second habit to increase your dopamine levels. And dopamine is your feel-good hormone, and that's what's missing a lot for folks with Parkinson's disease. We're gonna talk about these things. Usually, when you talk about a cleanse, people kind of get this idea that they're going to be running to the bathroom all the time, and I'm here to dispel that myth. We're going to continue through here. So why detoxing your liver and brain is the key to, one, improve your current state of mind. So we're going to discover why increasing blood flow to the brain is essential, and the top 3 toxins to detox from your blood. We're going to get clarity and clear your brain fog, share the top brain habits for clearing brain fog in less than 10 days. And it won't involve a colon cleanse that keeps you close to the bathroom. And we're going to talk about resetting your body for optimal health. So cut down on stress, plug existing energy leaks, eliminate this one overlooked daily habit that experts are now calling as dangerous as smoking. I'm not going to give it away, but it's a big one. So, and then stay to the end for any questions and answers, and some unique opportunities that we've never offered before. So stay to the end. Our story, Nature Cures Clinic, neurodegeneration, brain health, and longevity. I wanted to share my story with you. Some of you know me, Dr. Greg Eckel. Some of you are new into my ecosphere here, and wanted to share just a 3-minute story of the genesis of Dr. Greg at Nature Cures. And it's a little story that I put together of my life over the last little bit here. And it involved Soraya. So I met Soraya at an outdoor music festival in Oregon 11 years ago. She was 6'1", dreadlocks, a goddess, and she made her way deep into my heart. We blended our families. My 2 kids, her 3 kids, our 2 dogs, just like the Brady Bunch. We even had a maid named Alice. We also blended our medical practices. Her certified nurse midwife, specializing in OBGYN, me an integrative naturopathic physician. And then 6 years ago, we moved. After moving, Soraya kept looking for this one orange Fiesta-ware plate. And I thought, big whoop, a missing plate. But Soraya would hunt for that plate, going through all the kitchen cupboards, the pantry, then the closets, then out into the garage, and finally up into the attic. And she'd come back frustrated. Was it lost? Was it stolen? Did the box just get left at the old house? Where the hell was it? Her searching escalated to several times a week, like an eerie Groundhog Day. She was obsessed with finding it. We also started noticing Soraya was repeating stories a bit more. I chalked it all up to stress, from moving. But 3 months later, Chelsea, my office manager, comes to me. She says, Greg, Soraya just left the building. I'm like, what? What are you talking about? Said she left the building. She just wandered out in her white lab coat, stethoscope around her neck. That's when I cleared our schedules for several months to figure out what was happening. You know, I always said she was 1 in a million, and she was. The specialists agreed. They diagnosed her with CJD, Creutzfeldt-Jakob disease. It's only about 330 cases a year in North America, 1 in a million odds. It's progressive and has no known cure. Within weeks, Soraya declined rapidly. Then she lost the ability to speak or feed herself and required 24/7 care. We called hospice. That's when I knew I had to grow up. Not throwing in the towel, but switching from searching for new therapies to surrounding Soraya with love and trusting the grand plan. The whole process has ripped me open as a human and reinstated my faith in the oneness and unity of all. Such an odd way. Our hospice nurse said Soraya's death was one of the most beautiful she had ever attended. In the process of navigating this experience and the stages of loss, I became a brain regenerative expert myself, one who had made it through with a wide open heart, grateful for the preciousness of life and what is possible. I realized no one should have to go through this alone. I don't want my suffering to be for naught. I learned amazing things along the way, and I've codified those in a brain regeneration program. And I can help you navigate through. As a partner that has his own trail map, you don't have to go it alone. So with that, you don't have to go it alone. And this brain and liver detox of what I put together is time tested over 21 years, and it works. It's a great stepping stone. It's a good way to get into action. It's a great turning point. It really gets your momentum going towards Wellville. And so let's talk about it. Let's see what's in here. So number one, why cleanse at all? So in the book, What You Don't Know May Be Killing You, author Don Colbert, MD, discovered that there are 3,000 chemicals and 10,000 solvents, emulsifiers, used to stabilize processed foods and preservatives in our food. So in our food, there's a bunch of toxins. And then additionally, we're exposed to over 80,000 chemicals a week in North America. And a majority of these have never been tested for health safety. So solvents, pesticides, glyphosate, they had $1 billion judgment against them, and you can still buy it in every store in America. It's like, what? Just the price of doing business now, cancer. Heavy metals, phthalates, other plastic composites, just to name a few. So cleansing and detoxification, the natural routes of elimination, which are, the official term is called primary emunctories, sweating through the skin. The skin is the largest organ on the body. Solid waste through the intestines, liquid waste through the kidneys and the urinary bladder, and then gaseous waste through the lungs. And these these 4 routes are really important. That's where, sweating, saunas come into play, getting great fiber and bulk into the bowel, being well hydrated, and breathing techniques. So we're going to talk about all of those today. Benefits of cleansing and detox. So improve your current state of mind, get clarity and clear your brain fog, and reset your body for optimal health. These are the biggest benefits that I've seen. This is a way to jumpstart, this last year, the stats on weight gain during COVID have been phenomenal. And this is a really great way to turn the tides back and take weight off of your body back to a more healthy size. So improve your current state of mind. So mindset, gratitude, increasing blood flow, and then the top 3 toxins to detox from your blood. So Yeah, your mindset matters. Improve your current state of mind. The science of gratitude is in. When you get into a resonance of gratitude, well, what are you grateful for? It could be, I'm just grateful to be alive. I'm grateful for the lovely blue sky day that we're having in the Pacific Northwest today. Um, you know, whatever the gratitude is, we have a gratitude board in my clinic where staff members come in every morning and put up a word of gratitude. And it really does change the office atmosphere, and it puts you into the resonance of gratitude. And that is magic. You can get a lot of change just by changing your state of mind. And then why increasing blood flow is essential. Well, we are seeing reduced cerebral blood flow, which on a SPECT scan, which is a color analysis of the brain, it's been associated with depression, bipolar disorder, schizophrenia, ADD, ADHD, and more. And low blood flow is the #1 brain imaging predictor that a person will develop Alzheimer's disease. So the #1 predictor, low blood flow. So moving the blood to the brain is very important. But then you want the quality of the blood, which gets filtered through the liver. That's why this is a liver and brain detox, because you filter the blood in the liver and it circulates up to the brain. So the top 3 toxins to detox from: sugar. Sugar is, I call that the white death. It really should not be. I mean, I am a sweet tooth like nobody's business, and it is my Achilles heel. And maybe you can relate to that, right? It's addictive. Like, we love sugar. Our cells are craving sugar, and the food industry is caught on, and they put a lot of sugar into our products. And we wonder where diabetes is coming from and our obesity epidemic. And sugar is a top culprit. It also lowers your immune system response. Gluten is a close runner-up. It's inflammation to the BBB, that's the blood-brain barrier, via the gut-tight junctions, especially important for brain fog and grogginess. And just check here. Good. Sorry about that. So gluten, it's disrupting the gut microbiome, resulting in leaky gut and accompanying problems such as mood and anxiety disorders, ADD, ADHD, Parkinson's, and Alzheimer's. Environmental toxins such as mold, inhalants, and pollution were often to blame. Environmental toxins impact nearly every aspect of your body and can damage the brain, leading to a variety of physical and psychiatric symptoms. So, all right, more than 3 that I had there for toxins. They're ubiquitous, and we definitely want to do something at least on an annual basis. My recommendation is at least twice a year. Optimally, we do it 3 times a year, but I'm excited for this detox. Get clarity and clear your brain fog. So our top brain habits for clearing brain fog in less than 10 days, it won't involve a colon cleanse that keeps you close to the bathroom. So yeah, when you hear #1, there's never a great time to cleanse. Never. There's never a great time to cleanse. Like, when do you want to do a behavior modification, change your diet, change your routine? So that we're making it easy in a group cleanse setting, and it's a lot of fun. Last year I did it with the group. We offered some office hours every day, and it was a blast to go through it with everybody and experience it as a group with that support and the joy that came out of that, getting everybody's tips and encouragement. We really make it easy for you. And it's not I call it a working person's cleanse, meaning you can still go to work. I designed it that way because there's never a good time to cleanse. It's not We don't want to be blowing you out in the bathroom. Like that's kind of the the mythos of cleanses, like, oh, I did this colon cleanse and I'll spare you the details. It is, we don't want that. Once it's in your colon, it is pretty much out of your body. I want to go upstream into the liver. And that's where we really focused our cleanse. So food influences mood and your clarity. So brain fog, this is such a big thing. Top foods to cause brain fog: egg, dairy, gluten, soy, sugar, alcohol, and nightshades. So guess what? These are not on the cleanse. These are not cleanse approved foods. Now I do have, a whole manual here. Let's see. Oh, it's not going to come out because I have my blurry background. Sorry. I got too technical on us, but I have a really great guide. I'll show it to you on the end on a digital asset there. But it gives you a whole laundry list of foods that you can eat. And we encourage you to kind of view it as an adventure. Cold showers. Now this one you might be thinking, no way, Dr. Greg, am I doing that? Sounds a bit extreme, I know. So don't knock it until you try it. I really like to finish the shower with, I turn it up as cold as it goes, just for 30 seconds, get in there, because, it just sets the tone for the day of like, okay, I did it. I can do anything now. I just got in the coldest shower ever. Doesn't mean the whole shower though, just at the end, blast it with some cold. It'll wake you up. It changes your state. And it will, it's better than a cup of coffee. And I love coffee, but the cold shower is a really great way. It will also start to help burn brown fat and some of the deeper fat in the body. So it is, you've seen maybe cold plunges and maybe heard about Wim Hof and his breathing and cold plunges, etc. It's not that extreme. We're just talking about in your shower. It just depends on how cold your shower gets. But that's a great way to get clear your brain fog. And a brain and liver cleanse and detox. So the liver filters the blood. The blood carries the healing properties of to the body, to the areas it needs to go. And so when we're talking about your brain health, we want to make sure like all of your hormones get manufactured in the liver, your cholesterol gets manufactured and cleared in the liver. You want your liver to be functional. There's a whole process in there called the cytochrome P450 cycle. It's a phase 1 and a phase 2 route of elimination. And what I'll share at the end with the products that we've developed and put together, we cover all of those bases. Circulation, your favorite movement. So ours is high intensity interval training. Sounds fancy, but it's just going at a pace where you can't hold a conversation. The HIIT. So there's a 7-minute app that I often encourage folks to download. It's free. If you're looking for a gateway back into movement, it's just calisthenics in your living room. And so it's a nice, easy way to get started. As Tony Robbins has said, if you don't have 10 minutes in your day, you don't have a life. So we're only asking for 7 minutes there. There's also a great 4-minute nitric oxide routine that Zach Bush has put together that builds up your nitric oxide. It's squats and some hand movements, and you can look that one up. You can also do Qigong or super brain yoga. Those are things that I included in my book. And we've got some links on the website as well for those. Cut down on stress. So reset your body for optimal health. Cut down on stress. Plug existing energy leaks. Eliminate this one overlooked daily habit that experts are now calling as dangerous as smoking. Well, what is that? It's sleep. Sleep and circadian rhythm. Not getting adequate sleep is as dangerous as smoking. Now, I know many of you you would never smoke because of the health consequences, but so many people are burning the midnight oil and not realizing they're doing as much harm as if they were smoking. So deep restorative sleep is the gym for the vagus nerve. That's one of my colleague, Dr. Nawaz Habib. I love that quote. And optimally 8 hours of sleep a night. That's what we're shooting for. That circadian rhythm, it's important to get to bed at an early time, around 10 or 10 at the latest is kind of the preferred time to go to bed, because otherwise you're burning up your growth hormone, which is not great for your longevity. Now, I know that's easier said than done on most nights, but just know that when you're up past 10, you're using up your reserves. So activate your vagus nerve. So this is on resetting and restoring your body. So cold exposure, cryotherapy, cold plunge, cold showers, we talked about. Humming or chanting Om. Activating the gag reflex of brushing teeth, do on each side of the soft palate, or gargling. You know, all of these things, that's cranial nerve 10, the great wandering nerve. And it is a cranial nerve, and it innervates and really basically puts you into a parasympathetic or rest and regenerative state. Resetting your body for optimal health. So some more sleep hygiene. Bedtime rituals. Blue light, is it so bad, and what is it? Yes, blue light coming from computers, fluorescents, LEDs. We are inundated with blue light. Now, you want blue light during the day. That's coming from the sun. It's just at nighttime, we want to put on some blue blocking glasses. You can get programs for your computer, like F.LUX. It's a free program on the Mac platform that will change the hues subtly in the background and take the blue light out, because it does mess up your circadian rhythm and your circadian clock. Super biohacks for best sleep ever. So what can you do there? Taking a quick cold shower right before bed. You can get a chilly pad to sleep in a colder environment. Those tend to help. Now, you know, it's different for couples. I typically hear, you know, it's like women are cold and the men are hot. In a typical sweeping generalization. And so you have to dial it in for what's right for you. And is anyone out there escaping into binge watching? Just a note of consciousness. So, you know, it is easy to want to make the world disappear sometimes and just get into just kind of garbage television. I would just caution on what you're putting into your consciousness, okay? All right, so the glymphatics, the lymph system of the brain. So this is where deep sleep is really necessary. You need deep sleep to basically, when you get into deep sleep, your brain contracts and washes the lymphatics of the brain, the glymphatics, wash through and clear out any damaged cells, any misfolded proteins, etc. That's why deep sleep is so important. So the glymph is a really important detox route of the brain. Waking at 3 a.m. is a really common time that I see folks that wake up at 3 a.m. The Chinese time that is called a liver and a lung block. So the end of the energetic cycle is 1 to 3. That's the liver meridian. And then the beginning of the energetic cycle is the lung at 3 to 5. So 3 a.m. is a very common time for people to wake up. That gets described as a liver qi stagnation. So that is, if you find yourself waking at 3 a.m., some things to think about is maybe increase your activity in the daytime and get your movement going there. So that would help prevent you from that waking up 3 in the morning. Acupuncture is also very beneficial for that. In general, the sleep cycles, this is kind of what it looks like. I wear an Aura ring. It's a great one here to great one to have in to track. And we've got the light sleep. I've got Dr. Nadal joining us here too. It's great, Doc. Welcome aboard. We've got light sleep, 7 to 15 minutes at the beginning of the sleep cycle. Deep sleep, muscle and tissue repair, growth and development, boosted immune function, brain detox and production of energy for the next day, heart rate variability increases. So heart rate variability is really one measurement on how well your body is able to repair and restore, and how much you're in a parasympathetic activity. So deep sleep really puts you into a heart rate, into a deep healing environment. REM sleep, on the other hand, will decrease your heart rate variability. Your sympathetic nervous system predominates, but it is where memories are formed. So sympathetic is not a bad word. We just tend to live in a sympathetic dominant world. And when it's not balanced, that's where dis-ease comes in. And in general, you get about 5 to 6 cycles a night on that sleep cycle. And then what food should you absolutely have at night to increase stamina the next day? So proteins and fats are big ones. You want to avoid carbohydrates, and especially alcohol. If you're having trouble sleeping, I hear it all too often, oh, I just have a glass of wine. Well, I know what that means. You're having a half a bottle with your significant other or spouse, or you're having a full bottle, and it's just not, that's going to wreck your sleep. It's not a good long-term solution. I know it tastes good, but it's just not, it's not the long-term play. So really, it's proteins and fats that you want at nighttime for those dinner meals. A quick 5-second dopamine boost. So one of my favorite things, and I'll just leave this up here for a second, but it's a laughing baby video. If you haven't seen this thing, there's no way that your dopamine would not increase. Now, I'm not going to play it here right now, but it is, here's the link. So take a little screenshot of that, and then give yourself a good chuckle, belly laugh, and share that with a couple friends and family members, because then you all can have increased dopamine boost. It's a really easy and effective way of making that happen. If you've seen a small child laughing, I mean, there's not better joy on the planet than that. So it's a good way to get in touch with that, and it's also good for your health. Other dopamine boosts, so is celebrating mini wins. So, it's important. Oftentimes we're only going for the big thing. Let's see. So it's important to recognize and celebrate. So set smaller goals for the win. Instead of I will work out for 20 minutes a day, just try to incorporate it into your daily routine. So set your timer at your desk every hour, do 3 squats and 5 jumping jacks. You get a mini win. That's 7 to 8 sets throughout the day. It adds up, and it's easier to do in smaller bites. And you'll get into that resonance. So the resonance of victory or wins doesn't matter. Your brain doesn't know a small win versus a large win. And so having a small, like, yes, I did it, is the same thing as if you won the lottery. And so the resonance of victory is still victory. And so if you'll set yourself up for more wins by getting more wins. It's kind of a tricky thing there, but just set yourself up to win. Like that's we can create the game however we want, and we might as well make it to win. Like, why? We don't want to set the game up to fail. Like, that's just like absurd thinking. But all too often, many of us just do that. Like, oh, I didn't do my 20 minutes. Like, of course you didn't. You haven't been doing 20 minutes a day all year. Why do you think today you're going to start? Or maybe you'll start strong for 2 or 3 days and then you fall off the horse. So I recommend this, like, just set a timer and do 3 squats and 5 jumping jacks, and just do that every hour of the day. Then you got 7 to 8 sets throughout the day, and you're a winner. So just join the winning team. Simple whole brain training exercises to help your whole body. So this Lawrence Katz, internationally recognized neurobiologist and pioneer in neuron research, regeneration research. Keep your brain alive, 83 neurobic exercises to help prevent memory loss and increase mental fitness. The only way to continually stimulate your brain is to stay out of your comfort zone. Switch hands, do things backwards, and take new routes. Eat with chopsticks, try new things, attempt mastery, turn off the tech. You know, it's basically go pick a new route to work. Brush your teeth with the opposite hand. Do something new, because what that does is it starts creating new neuronal pathways in your brain. So here, if you want 83 different exercises, he's got a good book out there on it. But you can also just make it up yourself as well. Clever ways to reduce stress and anxiety, improve your stamina. Breath work, 4 C's is on the next slide. Emotional freedom technique, I put this together. It's on our YouTube channel for you. And it's on basically emotional freedom technique. Again, I won't go into the details here. Here's the link for you. You can take a screenshot of that. And with that, we're going to talk about the four C's. So average person takes 23,040 breaths at 16 breaths per minute. So that's a day. Wim Hof is kind of basically the Iceman. Really has brought a lot of attention and media in on breath work, which is great. And just a starting spot. So is box breathing. This is what the Navy SEALs use to keep themselves in a state of calm. It's box breathing. So it's a count of 4 in, you hold your breath for 4, you exhale for 4, and you hold your breath for 4. And then you repeat. So it's 4, 4, 4, 4. Box breathing. And that is a great technique. If you're feeling stressed out, you just need to, overwhelmed, do a set spot. Like, okay, I'm going to just do some box breathing. Let's do it. And count it out. It's a great, it's a simple breath work, but it is very effective. So just to recap, so how to reverse the signs of aging using the 3 brain detox secrets, improve your current state of mind, get clarity and clear your brain fog, and reset your body for optimal health. So improve the current state of mind. So increasing blood flow to the brain is essential, and the top 3 toxins to detox from your blood. Get clarity and clear your brain fog. We shared our top brain habits for clearing brain fog in less than 10 days. Reset your body for optimal health. Cut down on stress, plug existing energy leaks, eliminate the one overlooked daily habit that experts are now calling as dangerous as smoking, which is lack of sleep. So you got to start with the foundations and the basics here, folks. So are you ready to reset your brain, to clear up brain fog and increase blood flow to the brain? Reverse the signs of aging by clearing up your brain and your liver. So that is what I would like to introduce you to. I already told you about it, but the Better Brain in 9 days, a 9-day brain and liver cleanse and detox. And, what I want to share is, what does it look like? I was actually just talking to my cousin this morning, and he's going to do it with us. And it starts September 28th. And what we are going to do with this thing, we've got to get you to order soon so we can get you all of the supplies. So what is involved? So basically we have a detox formula, and we have a Pro Greens formula. Let's see if that will come in. Yes, Pro Greens formula. And then we make it simple, but we basically have a bag of goodness. Yeah, sorry, I've got it on the weird thing. There it is. Boom. And I have two different varietals of protein powder, but it's a very high vibration protein powder. It's meticulously sourced. You're not going to find better ingredients. And I've had naturopaths who have been in practice for 40 years do this cleanse, and they said it was the highest vibration detox cleanse that they had ever done. And it's always, when you have a colleague who has been in the field and doing liver and brain detoxes, and then they choose to do yours, you're a little bit nervous, like, okay, how's this going to cut it? But the feedback I got from a doc was, it was phenomenal. She just said, that is the best protein powder I've had. It just makes your cells sing. And so source matters, it's kind of that old hippie adage. Source matters on where the items are coming from. So what does the day-to-day look like? It's 9-day schedule, and you ease in and ease out method. Basically daily schedule, days 1 and 2, you're doing 2 meals and 1 liver smoothie. And then days 3 and 4, you're doing breakfast, so limit caloric intake to 600 calories. You're taking detox formula. You're doing a smoothie. That's the detox smoothie. And you're taking a smoothie for dinner on days 3 and 4. And then day 5, that's really where it comes together. It's over the hump day. That's where a lot of the brain fog is lifted. Your energy starts coming back. The clarity of thinking comes back in line. And that's all smoothie day. And then we start easing you back out days 6 and 7. You're doing 2 smoothies and 1 meal. And then days 8 and 9, you're doing two meals and 1 smoothie. There you can see a little bit better on the pamphlet that we've put together. And in there, we've got all of the foods and a nice routine that you can do, as well as additional enhancements that you can do for your cleanse. So the next steps of this journey would be to get signed up at naturecuresclinic.com/fall detox. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to go here. Let me go there. I'm going to share screen one more time here. Boom. Share. No, here it is. So there it is, the naturecuresclinic.com/fall detox. We have 2 options. You can do it with support or without support. I'm going to, so you can go here to read more about the program, but I will tell you, we've had way more fun with folks doing it as a group. And if you are on any medications, my responsibility to you would be to please take us up on the doctor's office visit. So the 1-hour appointment with the doc, 9-day liver detox cleanse, the detox guidebook, office hours in the Facebook group. So, basically for $497, you're getting an office visit and a 9-day liver detox. And if you're on medications, we will go over all of your meds, make sure that you are doing the most safest and most effective detox for you. We sometimes tailor it or tweak it depending on the amount of medication somebody's on. We're not in the business of medical upset. Again, I've developed this as a working person's cleanse, and it's a good starting cleanse for a lot of folks if you've never done a cleanse or detox. But I would love to hop on the phone with you or Dr. Nadal and talk about your specific needs, your specific health concerns and goals, so that we can really set you up for success, because this is really going to kickstart you back to Wellville. And now more than ever, we know like metabolic syndrome as a risk factor for COVID, you know, ill health. We cannot afford to have ill health these days. So a better brain in 9 days, brain and liver detox. Order your kits before September 20th to detox together as a group. So my request or suggestion would be to do the $497. You get the email support, but really you get also a personalized detox plan rather than just out of the box. So I would love to see your name on the list and welcome you in to the Nature Cures Clinic family. And I really look forward to seeing you on the inside of this cleanse. Thank you for tuning in today. Go to naturecuresclinic.com/fall detox, just like this little URL right up here. naturecuresclinic.com/fall/detox/. All right. Thanks, everybody. Let's see. Boom. All right. I'm going to end it here. We will see you on the inside of this cleanse.